Hello, my name is Matt Kruger. I'm the Executive Director of Wisconsin Land & Water. This video is being recorded with new County Land Conservation or LCD staff in mind as an audience, though we hope it is also useful even for experienced LCD staff. Joining me today are three such experienced folks, seasoned county conservationists who head up their respective departments and who will share their experiences with us as they answer a few questions I will ask them. Before we begin, I'd like to invite our county conservationists to please introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Scholl. I've been with Vilas County for 18 years, 5 years as the lake specialist, and 13 years now as the conservationist and department head.
Hello, I'm Paul Daigle with Marathon County. I've been here since 1991. I've been the Land and Water Program Director for the last 10 years. I also spent 5 years down in La Crosse County.
Hi, my name is Dan Masterpole. I'm approaching the end of my career and have had the pleasure to serve as the county conservationist in Chippewa County for around 37 years.
Thank you all for being willing to share your experiences and perspectives with us today. We're going to focus in on a few important questions today for the benefit of those just beginning their careers in conservation. So getting right into it, what is the single most important piece of advice that you can provide to a new County Land Conservation Department staff person?
I would suggest trying to find out what the culture of the department is like. What are the three most important core values where you work? Is it honesty, respect, integrity? There could be duty, loyalty, other things. Find out what they are and follow these values, realizing if you violate them, you will most likely not be a good fit for the department. Following these possibly unwritten values will make you a true asset to your supervisor and your coworkers. Also, stay engaged in the department. Learn about all the programs where possible. Step up whenever possible and become indispensable to your coworkers and your supervisor.
I would say that it's important to understand the job description and know just how important you are to the success of your team and to the mission of your organization. As a new staff member, you bring a unique set of skills that you'll be able to apply through your public service as a conservation professional. Every position is critical, and when properly applied, can make a big difference. Set some attainable short-term goals. Be efficient and be production-oriented. Importantly, try to enjoy what you're doing and make every attempt to capture some good energy as you do your job. Stay fresh, learn new things, push yourself to take on bigger challenges, and invest in yourself as you grow professionally.
I would say have confidence in your ability to get the job done right. You were hired for a reason, and that reason is that you have the right skill set and background experience for the job you were hired for. Learn your position in the conservation department and how it fits into the overarching goals of the department and the County Land and Water Resource Management Plan. If you don't understand something, ask right away so you can get it right and hit the ground running.
Moving on to our second question. What is typically the biggest challenge for new County Land Conservation Department staff, and how do you recommend overcoming that challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is knowing exactly what may be expected and whether you're hitting the mark coming out of the blocks. This is often the case when anyone starts a new job with a lot of responsibility and latitude. To overcome this, I'd recommend that you work with your supervisor to put together a formal orientation program and an annual monthly work plan that lays out what you'll be doing, who you'll be working with, and what you'll be learning and accomplishing in your first year. The first year, you can use the plan as a guide. The second year, you'll fully understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. And by the third year, you'll know the job so well that you'll be able to make some significant refinements and recommendations on how you might be able to do the job better.
I would say the general feeling of being overwhelmed with everything there is to learn in the conservation world. Give yourself at least 1 year to learn the ropes. Nobody expects you to know everything from the start. Learn all there is to know about your position first, and the rest will follow. Conservation offices are really busy places, especially in the summer, where there's a lot of moving parts. Allow yourself time to learn.
I would say realizing you have a lot to learn to be a contributor to the department, and your teammates understand that. Experience comes with time, but there are many things you need to just do to understand it. Also, you'll be asked to jump in and help out with many things. Realizing stepping up and helping outside of your expected duties will be part of your job.
Thank you for those answers. For the final question, what do you wish you knew when you were a new staffed person in a county land conservation department?
I wish I would have understood county government better. Specifically, it would have been nice to have somebody explain to me what the different roles of conservation staff versus conservation committees were. If I would have known that my role as staff was to plan, advise, implement conservation on the land, and that the role of conservation committee members was to listen, to support those efforts, and to set policies, it would have made things a lot more easy for me.
I echo Carolyn's comments and want to add that things will slow down once you learn more about all the people, agencies, programs, and policies, and how they all fit together. You'll understand at a deeper level that there's a plan in place and your job is to help execute it. If you find out early what that plan is, it will add context to your career much earlier than if you wait to be told. Be curious, engaged, positive, and helpful. Everyone understands you need to learn the ropes. They are there to help. Find one area where you have skills that can be of immediate use and offer to help in that area. It will grow from there.
I wish I would have known how important it is to connect a few dots every day that can serve to accomplish an immediate task, solve an environmental problem, or help get conservation on the land. As a conservation professional, you'll have a lot of latitude to determine how to get the job done. No matter what you're working on, the resources at your disposal will always be limiting. Those resources are money, staff hours, your skill sets, time, and perhaps most important, good energy. The only thing that you can really control is that good energy. It's critical to have and maintain a positive attitude. It's important to always evaluate what it'll take to get the job done, and then to use what you've got to do the work and do it as well as you possibly can. You trained for a career in natural resource management and conservation because of your values. In doing your job as a conservation worker, you'll have the ability to determine what needs to be done and actually go out and solve problems. You'll find this very rewarding. You'll be able to actually see the results of your efforts and track your accomplishments. I think in the long run, you'll find this to be very, very rewarding, and I wish you the very best in your career service.
This brings us to the end of our session today. I want to thank each of you for your participation and for your thoughtful responses, for sharing your wisdom with others, and for your commitment to conservation. And I do hope that viewers will have learned as much from our discussion today as I have. So thank you all for watching and for the work you all do as conservationists.